I have a vocation within a vocation, but it's not just my vocation, it's actually all of our vocations. So besides me being a minister of care, I spend a lot of time when I go room to room for these people. Many of them have fallen away, many of them have given up on the church, very angry with the church, misunderstanding with the church, and many of them, many times, have family in the room who don't go to church, don't understand the church, again, mad at the church. And God has given me so many opportunities to be able to not only bring Holy Communion to them, but then to evangelize them. So again, I never planned this, but last February, this is not that long ago, I would say 4 months before that, I had met a lady, and she said I could use her name. Her name was Laverne. And again, I was at a different nursing home, and somebody had told me about Laverne, to go see Laverne. And she had had a stroke, and her whole left side is paralyzed, and she can't even talk. So I got to meet her, and you know, I literally had to go up to her ear to hear her say anything. And she was very frustrated. She couldn't move her, obviously, her left side, very frustrated. And so I would pray with her. And I asked her for many prayers over several months, and asked her if she would continue to pray for a number of things that I was praying for. In February, it was her birthday. And so she, starting in January, started asking me, you've got to come to my birthday. You've got to come to my birthday. And so I said, okay, you know, I'll see what I can do. It was on a Saturday. Her niece had set it up. And she said, every time I would come, please, you got to come to my birthday party. You know, I'm going to be 90. And she was sharp as a tack. And she was a really wonderfully prayerful lady. And I just was so grateful to have her. And she prayed with me many times. So on the day of her birthday, the night before, had been invited. There were 2 extra tickets from a friend to go to see a Matthew Kelly conference, which was way on the south side, and they were free tickets, and I wanted to see him. He's an evangelist. And so I said to my husband, let's go the tickets, but I'm going to probably be late for this birthday party. But I said, you know what, I'll just stop in, I'll give her a kiss, I'll say hi, and you know, it'll be fine. So we get done with the conference, we're driving home, and now it's kind of late, you know, and the party started about 1, and it's probably like 2:30, almost 3 o'clock. But she sees me all the time, and I knew her family was going to be there. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. But I certainly wanted to stop by, and my husband wasn't going to come with me, but he said, okay, let's just hurry up, let's do this. So we go inside the nursing home, and of course, a bunch of people that I bring Holy Communion to see my husband. They want to meet him. And I'm getting, you know, it's getting later and later and later. So finally we get up to the room where the birthday party is. And I literally, it was a double door, I step in to the front, this double door, I step in, and there are 60 to 70 people all sitting around. Laverne is facing me. And I step in the door, and everybody goes, hi! And there's total silence. He said, thanks for coming. Now it's your turn. I said, my turn for what? Tell us why you came, and tell us why you like Laverne, and tell us why you're here. I'm standing in the door and wasn't expecting this, but I had to tell them the truth. So I said to them, well, I am here because I am very grateful to Laverne. I used to bring Laverne Holy Communion, and 3 months ago, my cousin Gina went into a coma. And she was 56 years old. They thought she was going to die. They coded her for 2 hours. She was on dialysis. She was on a ventilator. They were sure that she would not make it. And I went up to Laverne, who was very frustrated, couldn't talk, couldn't move. And I said to Laverne, I think my cousin is going to die, and I am begging you to take your suffering, offer your suffering to God, unite your suffering with God, and I told the people at the party, see, we as Catholics believe that when we offer our suffering to God, God takes our suffering, He infuses it with power, and He uses it to help us and to help others. And I said, 7 days later, my cousin Gina woke up. And the doctor said, you know, I don't usually go here, but you got yourself a miracle. So I'm here to thank Laverne for praying and offering her suffering, because I know the power that she had, and she helped save my cousin Gina's life. And everybody in that room, many of them there were co-workers, there were family members, there were workers that had worked at the nursing home. I don't know what religion they were, but it was total and complete silence. And at a birthday party, the opportunity to evangelize, to tell them about the saving power of suffering, was really powerful. And there were people just staring and couldn't believe it. And I have to say, a couple people came up after and discussed some stuff with me. It was an opportunity to evangelize and tell them about our faith. And my cousin Gina, just so you know, started praying for Laverne in great gratefulness, and about 2 or 3 weeks later, Laverne got her voice back. And Laverne is very grateful to Gina. So Gina came a couple weeks ago and went around the nursing home, because I asked everyone to pray, including Laverne, and thanked them for her prayers, their prayers. And you know what? It evangelized them. It gave them hope, because that's what we do as Christians. That's why we do what we do. This is not, you know, some idea, this Christianity. You know, this is real truth. This is a relationship with Jesus Christ. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, this is just an idea, okay? But we are introducing, when we tell these stories, we are introducing people to the person of Jesus Christ. And when they see these miracles, all these things that I've said to you, and when I see them, it gives me hope, and it changes me. Those kinds of things help my faith. And even at the nursing home, I spent an hour this last week with a 93-year-old man who was from Russia, and then went to Italy during, you know, the war. He's 93. Went to Italy, then went to England, and then came here, and he's so upset about suffering. And why would God allow this? And then I told him the story of Gina. I told him the story of Gina. I said, you're more powerful in that wheelchair right now. You don't understand how, when Jesus hung on the cross, everybody thought he was doing nothing. And he was saving the world. Everybody thought he was doing nothing. He was saving the world. So when I get to tell these stories to people, it gives them hope. And he hadn't been to Mass in I don't know how long. I went to him today, and I went in again and discussed something with him, and he said, I've been thinking about what you said. And there's a Mass tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and I said, are you going to go? And he said, I'm going to think about it. You know, just knowing that maybe his suffering has power. So that's what I guess I have for today. I don't know.